Good evening, ladies, as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. Before we start this run, I'm going to look over my cards so that I suck a little bit less, and also take advantage of my status as a YouTube person for personal fame and profit. Not fame, but profit. Basically, I've got this daily quest for Paladin, and I just want to make a good Paladin deck. Can't find jack squat. I mean, I've tried a couple. They just sucked. It was like every instance that I play Paladin in ranked, I just want the game to be over with and be done. So if you have a Paladin deck that's been working for you, either one that you made up yourself or that you net decked, I don't care, let me know. Post it. Feel free to share it. Who knows, I might even make a spotlight video out of it. I just really want to have a Paladin deck that isn't horrible. I don't know why Paladin's such a problem in ranked for me to find a good deck with, but it is. So there it is. I think part of the problem too is I got down to about rank 12 or so, which is where I just start losing a lot because I'm not actually that good at ranked. And it was frustrating because from 20 down to 12 was a piece of cake, and then it's just a brick wall when you get down there for me. Corn Cob 2001 up against a hunter. Okay, well that's a pretty solid opening hand. Very solid opening hand. For this I wish I was first, but that's okay. Now being second's not too bad. So he could play Explosive Trap and kill both these guys. Would I risk that? I think I would, otherwise the coin's just not going to get used. I think I've been slightly underdrafting endgame in my decks. Just slightly. Could probably use one or two more 5 or 6 drops per deck. Okay, so there's this. And I think here I can either play this, and if he plays a weapon later I'll be annoyed. Now that hunters have a common weapon, this is a bit more worth keeping. Or I could play this and then be annoyed if if I end up drawing some spells. But this deck isn't really all that spell heavy. So what I think I'm going to do is just throw her away, and then save this in case there's a Glyvzuka out there. Or, Eaglehorn Bow or Gladiator Longbow, any of those would be good to blow up. Secret. Is that Explosive Trap? Oh my god, it's Explosive Trap. So, as I've often said, don't get into a staring contest with hunters. But, I mean, if he plays any more minions, these will actually get to trade off instead of dying to the Explosive Trap. So, instead of playing King Mukla, I'm actually going to play the bear and pass the turn. If this is a freezing trap or a misdirection or a snake trap, I'm going to feel very silly for throwing away all that damage. But I feel like just letting all 3 of these minions die to an explosive trap would have been kind of silly. Okay. Plays another secret. Okay. So, what do we do here? Do I wait for him to play minions? Don't get into staring contest with hunters, I always say. But, man, I feel like that's the right move here. Every rule has exceptions. With 2 secrets out, one of them is certainly Explosive Trap, so I just want to wait for him to play his own minions and trade in. He can't beat me without playing some minions at some point. And this is a really bad hand. It's all cheap crap, except for the king. So it seems worth it to me to wait. Okay, so he played a Novice Engineer, which is clever. Let's trade. Well, I could ping it, or I could get a spare part. What would be the value of the spare part? Not a whole lot. The value of attacking isn't to kill this, it's to test for Snake Trap, or Freezing Trap, or another sort of trap it could be besides Explosive. I could attack with the bear, because then the bear's health would get reset. I think that's actually what I want to do. Hopefully this is a Freezing Trap out here, and not a Snake Trap. It's a Snake Trap. Oh, that's unfortunate. Okay, well, anyway, all my stuff was going to die regardless, so we'll do this. I could play Knife Juggler and then throw a knife with the Illuminator, let's say, but then the Knife Juggler also dies to the Explosive Trap, so that doesn't seem worth it. What I want to do is... I could play this, or I could just ping and kill a snake. That's a tough call. Alright. Here is my compromise. Ooh, +1 health. I could have attacked with the Worgen, finally gotten rid of this Explosive Trap, but he's got to play some minions. He's got 2 bananas in his hand, and I've got a 5/5, which will survive the Explosive Trap, so I'm kind of hedging my bets a little bit by playing this guy out. Because he'll survive the trap. I'm willing to let him get damaged so that I get him some sort of board presence onto the table. I probably should have waited to see what this was, because it is free with the Sorcerer's Apprentice, and I forgot about that. But I was also running out of time. Alright, the staring contest continues. First kill. I will blow the trap. I probably should have played this first, because it would have been free then. Whoops. Well, let's do this, this, and hit him in the face. So minor mistake, I could have gotten this onto the King Mukla. But I feel like this is worth it, because now, with this guy, I'll take him down to 14 with a Fireball, he's down to 12, and then if I just top deck Pyroblast, I'll win. Is that really another explosive trap? That could possibly be the case. Oh, God, that's hilarious. Okay, interesting. He chose not to put a banana on it. I got a Fireball here. Well, let's protect the Knife Juggler, I think. It seems reasonable. I don't want to fling a knife, though, until I see what trap this is. So let's check for Freezing Trap like this. Ah, is it another Snake Trap? That would be amazing. Okay, so not amazing for me, amazing for him. Okay, so it's a Freezing Trap, which means I'm clear to attack him. I could just Fireball this thing, and in fact, that's what I'm going to do. I think that's a pretty reasonable way of killing that guy, because I get to hit him for a lot of damage. I could have killed him. Oh my God, I could have killed him. Always check for the win. I could have just Fireballed his face and pinged him, and then he would have died. Whoops. So I got bamboozled by the beast. And now he's got a lot of cards. I could actually end up losing this game if I don't top deck more stuff. Wow. He's really into those secrets. Loves those secrets, this guy does. And then he's going to beef up his taunt with the bananas. Oh my God, I missed lethal. Shame, 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 shame. What trap is this? Well, Polymorph's a pretty good top deck. So let's check for the explosive trap. Or the misdirection. Please don't be misdirection. Okay, good. This guy, I think, misdrafted his deck. Unless he's one of those freaking obnoxious Eaglehorn Bow arena runs, which I have lost to in the arena. I was like, oh, it's an Eaglehorn Bow? Well, how many secrets could he possibly get in the arena? And then he proceeds to, like, hit me with the Eaglehorn Bow to the face 6 times, and maybe he just didn't draw his Eaglehorn Bow. That was a misdrafted deck, and he had too many secrets. He had an explosive, a snake, 2 freezings. That's a bit much. I might take maybe 1 of each, but if you're adding a second freezing trap to the mix, it's just too much stuff. So he must have had the Eaglehorn Bow. We were at 3-0. Probably had an Eaglehorn Bow and just never drew it. Oh, I missed lethal, though. Shame on me. I think I actually did a pretty good job playing around his standoff, because it was explosive trap. I did get better value out of my minion by waiting. I dropped the king at the right time. I'm going to give myself some props there. All right, Tsunami the Paladin. My last Paladin run was bad. In fact, I already have more wins than I had in my last 2 runs combined. So that's the story of my life. We got Archmage, which is... This is probably, like, the worst deck for him to be in, because it just so utterly lacks cheap spells. Pretty much my best bet is getting a Clockwork Gnome spare part and hanging on to it until I can use it. What? Did I really miss that thing? Oh, God. Shame on me. Missing lethal, missing that radio tower. Alright, let's turn on the rocket here. I don't really get... You can't keep it open by clicking down on it. Clicking over and over doesn't do anything. Alright, he chooses to do nothing, which is totally fine. It's good to be first here, because if I were second, he would have played he would have passed the turn. Let's say I play this on my turn 1, and then he makes a recruit, and then I have to choose on turn 2 to either ping the recruit or to play the apprentice. But being the first player allows me to have my cake and eat it. I don't get to do anything with the extra mana, but let's draw the cards anyway. Nope, didn't get to do anything with the mana. So you get to kill his recruit with my Sorcerer's Apprentice. Although, usually, someone going second will actually do something on turn 2, either with a creature or with a coin. This is a slow start for him. Is he going to consecrate here? Ah! Well, could have been worse, honestly. Could have been worse. So I can't ping this. I could just go down a card. I can't polymorph it because it's untargetable. Yeah, it's a pretty good card for him. Well, let's just play a really overpowered creature that paladins have like almost no way of killing at all. And see if he can deal with it somehow. The nice thing is that next turn I get a Yeti that will also heal this thing back up. So it's looking pretty good, I'd say, even though I am down a card. Oh no, I'm not down a card. I played Arcane Intellect. Okay, we're same on cards. He's used his coin already. Shredder is actually probably one of the better answers he could have gotten as a paladin, honestly. So we'll kill this, see what he gets. Get Snap Hagel. Well, that could give him some cards, but I'm honestly okay with it because he's already got more cards than he could use. And this thing doesn't do anything on the board, which I'm pretty content with. Unless he plays Blessing of Kings to turn it into 4-8. Which is actually a pretty good move if he can pull it off. Does he actually have it? No, he doesn't. Okay, this is okay though because it's not going to kill anything. Alright. You do that. Alright, let's just keep this very simple. We'll play this thing. Let's me kill the dwarf. I'll kill Nat Pagel because why not? Hit him in ye old face. Consecration kills 2 of my creatures but takes up almost his whole turn. I could pretty much just drop this thing next turn even though I have like no spells to play. It's just a 5/7 for 7, which isn't, you know, super great, but it's good enough. Alright, so what's he gonna hit? I guess he probably wants to hit my Argent Commander, or does he want to kill off the Water Elemental? Kills off the Water Elemental. Well, he will stay frozen, so I think what I'm gonna do, because he's frozen, is kill off the Recruit, play Archmage, just a 5/7, and make him shit his pants, because he needs to, you know, get rid of this or he's in big trouble. Silence is pretty much his best answer, but then it's still a 5/7. Now you might say, Boris, why didn't you play the Ooze and kill off the True Silver? Because he's frozen, and getting this down just made much more sense. If he weren't frozen, of course I would have played the Ooze to get rid of that weapon and waited on the Archmage for another turn or two. This is a really good shape to be in because he's, unless he has Silence, he's not going to stop me from getting a Fireball with Polymorph. And I have this to destroy his weapon. And he's almost dead anyway. Okay, so this is really interesting. This thing, which will give me a spare part, will let me trigger off the Archmage, which is a pretty good deal as far as deals go. Let's think, though. Could I kill him this turn? I could Polymorph, ping. Ah, no, because then I can't use the Fireball right away. Well, let's see. If I Polymorph and ping, I hit him for what, 5, 9, 13. I just want to make sure I don't miss the win again. No, because I don't have enough mana to play the Arcane Golem to finish him off. Okay, so we get to do this the fun way. We'll play Knife Juggler. And see, I could go for this. If I actually ended up flinging the knife at the Sergeant, I would actually be able to win this turn. No, because I still can't play Polymorph. Right. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. Let's play the Ooze then to get rid of his weapon. Fling a knife at his face. That's fine. We'll play this to fling another knife. Alright, that's nice. Now we'll do this. Ping. Didn't leave enough mana to trigger the Archmage, but it doesn't matter. He's pretty much toast right here. Give a friendly minion stealth. That's actually a pretty good thing to do with him. It's just overkill right here. So he didn't have a way to kill the Archmage last turn. Oh my god, is he going to play Big Game Hunter? Oh, no, he's not. That was almost a well played. And you can see. Okay, cool. So a 5/7 for 7 did the job there. That could have cost 2 less mana, actually. But whatever. We take the win. We're up to 5-0. All right, well, that's good. Finally having a good run here. Of course, there's still the potential for a great tragedy. If I don't get 2 more wins before I lose 3 games, I'll be very upset. I'm going to give myself some credit, though. I think that while I didn't draft this deck perfectly, I probably should have taken a bigger, one more big card. I think I did a pretty good job navigating the draft and playing the game so far to be here. It wasn't like entirely based on luck that I got here. All right, we got a fast start here. It is good to be the second player. Well, okay. We'll just play the Clockwork Gnome. I don't think... Oh, geez, this is tricky. So it's tempting to coin out these 2-drops. The Gnome is useful later. Snow Chugger in particular is nice against a warrior. Although if he has a Fiery War Axe, then I get screwed. I could coin into Micro Machine, which might randomly win me the game, but he probably is going to play something on turn 2. If he didn't, this thing would be amazing, but if he did, eh. Alright, let's go for Knife Juggler. This is going to suck if he plays a Fiery War Axe here, but I feel like if he doesn't have that one particular card, this is very, very effective. Because this guy will be useful later, and I might as well put out bigger creatures now. Alright, so it looks like Knife Juggler is going to eat a 2-3. So, Snow Chugger or the Micro Machine? Let's go for the Snow Chugger just because it has more health. So if he plays a 2-power or something, I could run in, ping it, and play the Gnome, for example. Like that. Does he have anything else? Please have nothing else. Nothing else? Alright, good. So it works out. Very important to hit that first so the Snow Chugger doesn't get thrown away. I've seen more than one person throw away a creature to a Money Berserkers like that. I'm up a card now. He could catch back up a card with Cleave and Whirlwind if he discounts the spare part there that I'm going to be getting from that guy. Okay, looks like Snow Chugger's going to bite one in the face. Alright, here I'm going to go for a bit of an aggressive maneuver. We're actually going to play both 2-drops instead of pinging this. The risk is he could heal this up. But the advantage is that I get some board presence here. And I'm at the position again where I just don't have very much expensive stuff other than this Chillwind Yeti. He's got to kill that thing. Alright, so this is an interesting moment here, because if I play the Ooze to kill this weapon, the Death's Rattle will trigger. It'll kill off my Gnome and his Korkron. What's the alternative? I could trade the Clockwork Gnome into the Korkron, play this, but then of course it'll die to the weapon, so that seems bad. Yeah, this thing's definitely bad. Yeah, why don't I just play the Ooze then? Wait, attack first, then play the Ooze, and then I hit him in the face. Return a friendly minion to your hand. Oh my gosh, that's very interesting. Very interesting indeed. Well, I'm definitely playing this. Do I dare do this? In case he plays a weapon later, that's going to be amazing. If he doesn't play any weapons, I'm just going to feel dumb. Alright, I'm going to hang on to it. I could live to regret it, but the thing is, if he plays a weapon, the most likely target will be this Cobra. So I might as well just hold off. Alright, so this is an interesting moment here. This is actually a pretty good drop for him. I'd love to play this and then ping off this guy with like one of my drops, but I don't quite have enough mana for that. If I do the Fire Blast to kill off the 4/4 and use the Cobra to kill off the 2/2, then I can still play the Illuminator. So, okay, we'll do that in lieu of playing a bigger creature. Because this Cobra out here is just a real thorn in his side. Even if you play something with Divine Shield, I can ping off the shield and kill with the Cobra, so he's got to take care of it before he can do anything. Alright, this is good to see. That's pretty junky. That's good to see. It's also pretty junky. And that's good to see because it's not anything. Wow, that's lovely, lovely, lovely. Alright, we draw our other Ooze, so let's heal him up. Oh my god, I messed up. I should have attacked with this first. Oh god, I'm terrible at this game. Yeah, I'm bad. Well, we'll kill that off. Kill this off. Pingity dingity. Schmingity blingity. So this thing should have an extra health. But other than that, that was fine. So he's got 4 cards to my bunch. Reckless Rocketeer is not the best card for him here because all it does is kill my Chillwind Yeti, which isn't really worth it. And he has nothing else. Okay, this is looking good. I don't have any secrets, and I'm at full health, so this thing doesn't really matter. Do I waste the Spellbreaker? Actually, I think I am going to waste it because it's a 4/3, and I can reuse it maybe with the Time Rewinder. So I might as well try to get this extra damage out here. We got 2 Fireballs and a Pyroblast waiting for me to finish out the game, and he seems to have nothing. Alright, Arcanite Reaper to kill off my 4/3 still means he takes damage. Oh, he's killing off the Cobra, so he's got something he's been wanting to play, but he hasn't been because of the Cobra. Man, that was a pretty epic Cobra then. Otherwise, he would have hit the 4/3. So, he's got something huge here that's going to get polymorphed. Too bad, my friend. Too bad. Too bad. I have a second Ooze. This guy... I feel really bad for him. I mean, how often do you get oozed twice? I know that in the past I've been like really, really bitchy when people play oozes because it's like, oh my god, why would you have an ooze and why does it have to happen when I have a weapon? But then someone pointed out in the comments, like, Boris, like, why do you complain so much when people play ooze? I mean, you're a warrior, and clearly if they have an ooze, they're going to save it for a weapon, and it's not a bad card to draft because it is just a 3-2 for 2, and sometimes it's better. So yeah. Anyway, I think that just tipped the balance a little bit more in my favor of not being awfully unlucky with the oozes. Alright, we're up to Alex Lang, the Druid. Druid's always a tough matchup. Oh, this is actually unfortunate. I would have loved to be first here so I could play this, and then he'd have to spend his coin to shapeshift to kill it. Now it's just awkward. I play this on turn 1, he just shapeshifts it on turn 2. Sucks, but that's the move. I've decided that's just the way to do it. Anything else is worse. Now we have a different alternative, so I will do this instead. Gonna play the ooze out because I can play the other one on turn 2. Wasn't likely to use the coin anytime soon anyway. This is a nice one in case he has Ancient of War, which is an epic, so I don't know why I'm that concerned about it. But anyway. See, if I were first, I would have stopped him from playing this by playing the Murloc Raider. Because he would have had to shapeshift to kill it instead with the coin instead of coining out that Panther. Of course, I don't know that he would have coined it out necessarily, but it would have stopped him from doing that if he wanted to. Claw to kill this. Does he have another creature? Or is he gonna... I saw him hover over the shapeshift. Okay, this is good. It's lucky he didn't have anything else. So now I get to play the King, and it's a 5/5 for 3. Which is, you know, basically a 5-mana minion for 2 less mana. It's a pretty big deal. We do give him 2 bananas, but he has no minions on the table to take advantage of those, so I'm feeling pretty good. Here I can kill pretty much any 4-drop he'd play. If he plays a 3-drop and buffs it, some of them would survive the King, but I can also silence the bananas. That's actually a nice synergy I hadn't thought about. Silencing the bananas. Oh man, another dumb beast. How many of these are we going to see today? I could polymorph it. That seems aggressive. I could hit it and ping it once. I think that's what I'm going to do, actually. So do I play the Apprentice and let this thing trade off profitably? I think so, because if I don't play this, he can actually run into the King and shapeshift to finish the King off. Here it's like, okay, fine, you can use your Oasis to kill off the Apprentice, but then the King lives. Ideally, I'd want him to play bananas on a creature he just summoned so I could silence them off. Let's see if he's going to do that or not. He's got removal. That's annoying. So the bananas won't be enough for this to survive hitting the Sorcerer's Apprentice, which is good. Still a few turns away from this guy. Wish he were a 5-drop. And he has nothing else again. Do I play this just to get a 4-3 out? The disadvantage is, you know, not negligible. It means that when he plays bananas, I won't have a silence for them. Gonna do it. I think the alternative, which is just to ping his face, is unpalatable. So we got this, which might kill something, if I'm lucky. If he plays anything too big for this guy, I'll have to do the polymorph. And then next turn I'll play this. Druids, like Paladins, have a bit of a tough time killing these. You know what? That's not true anymore. I'm just going to stop saying that. It's not true. Now that there is Naturalize and Recycle, Recycle's no harder to get than a Siphon Soul. It's a rare. Yeah, I just think it's fine. Alright, he's going to put the bananas on it. Just 1 banana, I take it. Yeah, so 1 banana to make this require a ping to kill, and then he still gets up a card by killing off my guy. Alright, fair enough. So this is not worth using polymorph on. So I can draw cards and ping and kill, or I can put this out. Well, I think I'd rather have a creature on the board than an extra card in my hand. So we'll save that, especially because this could be used to buff the Archmage. Unlikely, because he's got 7 mana turn here. Unlikely I can just play this thing and not care about it. Bananas. Alright, well that is worth polymorphing, so I will do that. The question is whether it's worth it to draw cards or kill the sheep. I think I need to actually kill the sheep, unfortunately, because much as I'd love to get this card right now, if I left him with the sheep, he could use the sheep and shapeshift to kill this off. Okay, so that's both bananas. He's got 5 cards to my 4. I can get back a card. It'd be nice to go to turn 10, play him on turn 10, and then this afterwards, get a fireball and 2 cards. Spend 2 cards, get 3 back, one of which is a fireball. That'd be good. The question is, can I wait 2 more turns without doing that? What is he targeting? Oh, I see. He's going to swipe my face. I'm actually okay with this. I'm pretty okay because if this is what he's going to do, I will play the Archmage. So Force of Nature will kill it. Recycle will kill it. Naturalize will kill it. Multiple removal cards will kill it. But I think it's worth dropping because it's a 5/7. It's difficult to kill. And, I mean, if he doesn't kill it, I can get 2 free fireballs next turn, which is pretty solid as far as solid things go. Does he have an answer? Oh, my God, he has an answer. Okay, as far as answers go, this one's fine. So at least I get 2 cards out of the deal. Didn't get anything good, but I got him out of the way. Ouch. So Fireball doesn't quite do the job there. Emperor Cobra is interesting. Let me see if I can get my other Calling Morph before I do anything else. No, I can't. All right, we're going to go ahead and drop the Cobra, and then I'm going to ping this. So my thinking here is the Cobra might be able to kill the Ironbark, and then that's good. If it doesn't, then I can Fireball ping next turn to kill the Ironbark. And I'm also ahead of him card-wise. Man, this guy has a lot of removal. We saw Wrath, Claw, Naturalize, and Swipe. Yikes. Alright. You do that. Pyroblast will kill this. Alright. What I'm gonna do is think here. This is a pretty annoying thing to deal with. So, I think I gotta do that. I could Cone of Cold to freeze this. Then I could play a Snow Chugger. Or I could ping this and play Water Elemental, which holds up against that. So I'm gonna do that, I think. As long as I keep trading 1 for 1, I will win. Unless he has some card draw to go along with his ass tons of removal. Oh my god, is that seriously more removal? It actually is more removal, and it gets him up a card. Well, I guess we are at 6-0, so it makes sense that the Druid would have a ridiculous amount of removal that just is insane. Alright, so Pyroblast does not win me the game. I have used 1 fireball already. I didn't get any fireballs off Archmage. I'm actually getting a little bit low on health. So let's freeze the team, ping this off. And I would rather play 2 creatures than 1. He can shapeshift to kill this if he wants to, that's fine. This is not significantly worse than either of these, so I figured it was worth getting the Loot Hoarder out here for the extra board presence in case he didn't want to shapeshift. Actually, he can't shapeshift because he's frozen! Right. Oh my Christ. Well, this is clearly a really, 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 really strong Druid deck. I mean, we're talking insane levels of strength here. I am going to Pyroblast this so that we can stop that. And I really should have thrown that Loot Hoarder away first to see what card I would get. That might have been a mistake. Alright. Should I run this in? I think I am going to stop him from attacking me because I am at 13 health. I should be a little bit cautious. Here's where not having Flame Strike really hurts me, and the fact that he had endless removal hurts me as well. Okay, so he's going to protect it from being pinged off. That's fine. He doesn't have any mechs, so it's just a 1-2. Alright, I'm getting a little bit burned down here, but the bear will trade with any of these things. And it'll save a little bit of damage off of me. I can also play this and this. It's going to be close. Fireball? I don't think I want to use Fireball now. Do I want to ping anything? I think I'd rather just play this. Oh my god, this game was obnoxious. Well, we're at 6-0. We have some more chances to get to 7, but that was still a really obnoxious game because he had such an insane quantity of removal. And a Mech Bear Cat number 2. It's only a rare, so it's not that unlikely, but... Oh, and then that lets the Cogmaster trade with my bear, which sucks because it means he can shapeshift to kill the Clockwork Gnome. God damn it. So we got the health, which was really good. It stopped it from being pinged off. Pretty much everything that could have gone wrong went wrong this game, but I'm still in it, miraculously. I'm very, very low on health. He can just ping me to death, basically. But, man, that sucks. So he gets a... I'm actually dead. What am I doing? This is over. Retarded. That was retarded. Naturalize, winning him the game. Starfire wouldn't have done it. Swipe wouldn't have done it. Yeah, nothing would have done it. He never played any Recycle, so the fact that he had a Naturalize actually won it for him. In one of my recent Druid runs, I actually did well with Naturalize too. It's a card I would take one of in a slow Druid deck, just to make sure you can clear out anything that's really, really dire. And otherwise, it sits in your hand. But it's nice to have his insurance sometimes. Ah, fuck, that game sucked. Well, still doing very well for not having any Flame Strikes. And even that game was sort of close. I almost got a grip on things. Alright, Swanky Pants the Mage is our opponent. As the first player... Okay, if I were second, I would have kept this, but as the first player, I'm going to mulligan the King because if he's the fastest thing I've got, which is what happened, it would be risky to have him as my 3-drop because then if my opponent got off to a good start, I wouldn't feel comfortable playing him. Marzipan Balls. Please pass the turn. Pass the turn, pass the turn, pass the turn, pass the turn. Oh, that's not passing the turn. Ball sacks.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Alright, well, the party begins. Do you have Frostbolt or Flamethrower? Otherwise, these will trade and I'll get to play the bear, and then this... Frostbolt. Well... That's unfortunate, because this thing will kill the bear if it wants to. And then she can still do whatever she wants. Ah, interesting. I can actually play this little guy. If I play him and ping her, next turn I could ping her to death. But that's dumb because then I can't play Water Elemental. So I'm going to do this and just play Water Elemental next turn to respond to her 3-drop. She's used the coin. Oh my god. Seriously. The removal is just unbelievable. Alright, so she's actually doing a lot of damage with just nothing but a Sorcerer's Apprentice backed up by removal. Okay, Flame Cannon's gone, Frostbolt's gone. Don't tell me you also have Polymorph / Fireball. Please just don't tell me that. Tell me anything else but that. You can tell me Boris. You're gonna get a hernia, but are you good? Oh my god. Fuck me, this thing has dealt 9 damage to me. Guess I should have gone with the pinging plan. Okay. So I'm down to the point where I could just get burned out by a couple of fireballs. Fucking Sorcerer's Apprentice and 3 removal cards. Honest to God. Alright, now she decides to have some time to do things besides play removal, hit me in the face some more, and pass the turn. Alright, there we go. That is what we needed to see. This was actually a really good top deck, otherwise I was just stuck drawing cards, but I gotta get some stuff on the board. Alright, so we got 5 damage here. Need to hit her with this Tiger 4 times. It's not super likely. Oh my gosh, how the tables have turned. How they have turned. So now I'm the one with the clutch removal. I can draw cards, but I'm not gonna do that. I will kill that sheep off so that my guy can live. Because every bit of damage helps. Now that I have 16 damage in my hand, I'm really just basically 1 tiger swipe away from killing her. Oh, she's got removal. Well, you know what? That's okay. As long as it's not a creature. If this guy can keep on hitting her, I'm fine. Just don't play any minions. Don't play any minions. Oh, you played a minion. Oh, it's a healing minion. Boo! You suck. Alright, let's draw cards. We got a bunch of crap, but that's okay. See, if I play this and the Knife Juggler whiffs, that sucks. So I will do that, swing at the old noggin. Oh, she has so much health now with that heal and killing off my tiger. Well, it's anyone's game. So now I have 16 damage. I have to deal 9 more damage to her. It's going to be a bit difficult to pull that off. Especially because she might be able to kill me if I just let this thing hit me. Ah, interesting. Okay, that's a good top deck. Not gonna lie, it was a really good top deck. And the Knife Juggler obliges. So what I'm gonna do here is play this. See if the Knife Juggler will hit her in the face, which it did. Good boy. We'll do that. And now I gotta think. Like, if I play this, Flame Strike blows me out. So I'm gonna ping her because every bit of damage matters. I'm threatening essentially lethal damage because this is 7 down to 16, and then these 2 cards will kill her. So I just need these things to... Oh, my God. Oh, the removal. Oh, so much removal. Motherfucker. Is she going to hit me in the face? No, she does not think she can burn me out, so she just stops me from doing the same to her. Do I polymorph this thing? It doesn't seem particularly smart. God, so much goddamn removal. I could ping this and then play the Sorcerer's Apprentice. And then if she hits me, I can ping this to death, and the Sorcerer's Apprentice might start hitting her. But then she could burn me out maybe if I'm at 13 health and she has 2 fireballs. But if she had 2 fireballs, she probably would have just hit me in the face because she was at 23. I wasn't going to kill her the next turn. But polymorph ping and play this. Even if this gets to hit her, she's at 20. Ah, crap. And if she plays a really big minion that fireball won't take down, I could be in trouble. What did she do last turn? Okay, so last turn was the turn she just killed all my stuff, so she could have anything. I don't know what she has. God damn it. Alright, I'm going to try this. So I'm hedging my bets that she'll trade in. And if she doesn't, if she tries to race me, then I should win the race. Alright, she decides to race. Because she's going to replay it. Oh my god. Well, that was the worst thing that could have possibly happened. Is she going to hit me in the face or kill my creature is the question. She's going to kill the creature. She's playing very cautiously. Fuck me sideways. Oh, so much removal. Alright. I couldn't afford to just hit her in the face. That would have been too risky because I don't even quite have lethal. It would have taken her 19 down to 13. Probably Pyroblast still wouldn't win me at the game. Can I please get to attack with something? That would be really nice. I like that when my creatures hit my opponents in the face sometimes. Alright, well hopefully that's not Vaporize or Ice Armor. If it's Mirror Entity, the joke's on her because I don't have anything. I don't think she pinged. She did not ping. Alright, she just didn't ping this. Interesting. So the question is, do I Pyroblast right now? If I do, I give away the fact that, you know, I've got a Pyroblast. But if I don't Pyroblast right now, so if I don't Pyroblast right now, then it could be a surprise kill. But if I don't Pyroblast now, I might not have enough mana. I could play this Cobra, see if it's a Mirror Entity. I'm going to do it. If it's a Mirror Entity, I will polymorph it, because if it is, if she does have like a minion to play, I can just use my Cobra to kill it if necessary. Okay, so we have 6 damage here. She's down to 13, down to 12. It's going to take a few more turns before I can Pyroblast her, and being at 12 health is a little bit precarious, admittedly. But I do have the board right now. This I can get past. That's annoying. And that's also annoying. Oh, Christ. Arcane Golem. What does that do? If I clear this out and throw everything at her face, I'll hit her... I'll take her down to exactly 10. Is that my best chance of winning? I could also kill the Annoyatron, trade one of these, Arcane Golem the other one, still have a Cobra out. I think it's a safer move. I don't want to put myself down to 4 health, 3 health. So, Pyroblast. This could have been a Mountain Giant, which would have been practically unplayable, so I don't really mind that it's not Mountain Giant. But it's frustrating. Alright, she's going to ping the Cobra, which is a good sign. Is she going to play a minion? Voodoo Doctor is really annoying. Okay, but I can ping it to death. We're playing a fair game here. I don't think I can actually... I don't think there's really any way I'm going to like race her down. I think I still have 1 Fireball in there. This thing's a pretty good threat. It could hit her for 3 damage, so then she's going to be at 15 health. The 5 health she got from the Voodoo Doctor and the Farseer is really unfortunate. She decides to start pinging this. Does she have it? No, never mind. That was just a targeting error. Dancing Swords is actually pretty good because I can kill it and get a card. Aha, even better. So we'll do this and hit her in the face. What do I ping? Her face or this thing? Let me think. If this thing actually lives, it'll hit her for 5, down to 11. Alright, let's go for lethal. She has to have removal for this, or healing or taunt. So I feel like with just 2 cards and her minions frozen, this is a decent gamble to go for. That doesn't do anything, and that doesn't do anything. And our last card is not healing or anything. Oh, thank Christ. Oh god, that was a lot of work for my 7th win, but you know what? It all looks the same on the board. Time to eat some celebratory marzipan. My. Wow, those are some tough decks, the Druid and that Mage. The amount of removal is ridiculous. Now, you might be thinking, Boris, don't you say, like, make sure you don't take too many spells? Marzipan is delicious. It's important to have some minions. Haven't you, like, passed on fireballs before and been glad about it? And the thing is, I think if you have a lot of removal that's like a diverse mana cost, like some early game removal, some end game removal, then that's really, really good. If you have like 5 polymorphs, that's probably less good. So that mage had, Frostbolt, Flamethrower, some charged creatures, just went all the way up the spectrum. And the Druid, same thing. It was a variety of removal mana costs, which is why it was so strong. If all of his removal cards had been naturalized, or if they'd all been, Wraths, then he wouldn't have done so well. Brown Thunder, that sounds like somebody pooping their pants. Anyone think that's the case? Playing a creature. Aha, that makes sense. So I could do a couple different things here. I could play Snow Chugger and let him keep this engineer, or I could play Snow Chugger and get a spare part. I could coin into the king, which is interesting. Then I'd probably want to make sure I get the spare part here. I could coin into the grizzly. I don't want to keep this thing alive. It's just a question of whether I ping it and leave myself with a 2-1, or whether I trade the 2-1 in for the 1-1 and then get the king out. You know what? Let's get the king out. I want to make sure that the king is good. I can give him taunt. That could be useful. This thing, I'm not going to rush to use it, though, because it does have some synergy with the Sorcerer's Apprentice, making this free, and of course with the Archmage, making me able to get a Fireball as early as turn 8. Aldor Peacekeeper would be good here. Ah, he doesn't have a Peacekeeper, he has a Cobra. So do I throw the 5-5 into the 2-3? Do I admit defeat? Or do I play the bear out and try to trade the bear for the Cobra? Well, don't let Paladins keep creatures, but I'm going to take a chance here. 5 damage is a lot of damage. This is a pretty good burn deck. I've got Freezy Louise here and Polymorph Schmollymorph, which will be helpful. Fen Creeper, haven't really ever seen that. It's going to give it bananas. So it survives attacking the bear, fair enough. But now Cone of Cold will kill that. Place a minion, play a minion, play a minion that doesn't have taunt. Yay! Okay, this is great. So now we're going to Cone of Cold hit this stuff, which has a variety of uses. Kills off the Cobra. Freezes this, stops it from attacking. Lets me deal 5 more damage. So if this thing can hit, like, twice, I win on turn 10, and he's dealt no damage to me. So I really will win on turn 10 if this thing can hit 2 more times. Alright, he's gonna give bananas to the Crusader to stop it from getting pinged off? Nope, okay. So I got a couple of options here. I can play the Fen Creeper and just hope it holds up. Or I can Polymorph this. Polymorph's, a little bit aggressive. But it will let me keep dealing damage with the king. I can also ping this, play the Snow Chugger, and give it taunts to try to hold it up that way. Of course, this thing will then get a +2 attack, so if he gets past the Snow Chugger, I'll be in bad shape. Huh. I could also just leave this alone. If I leave it alone, he might not have a buff to kill it with. Polymorph this, ping this thing, I hit him for 5. This seems like the best chance I have. Oh, I can't ping that. Oh my god, I messed up. Terrible, terrible, terrible. I would not have done that if I had counted my math correctly, because, of course, I don't have enough mana left over to ping the Scarlet Crusader. Should have probably just pinged this and left that guy alone. Well, he did have the buff. All things considered, that's not the worst way for the king to have died. Alright, that's as far as the king could take me. I've got to deal 5 more damage, so I need to just top deck a fireball and I win, barring, of course, antique heal bots and, you know, justices and all sorts of other nonsense that paladins can have. Alright, so this holds up. Let's see if he's got any more Blessings of Might. This is a card he just top decked. It is Defender of Argus, which will allow him to kill off the Fen Creeper. That was a really good top deck. He plays a Recruit. I've used Cone of Cold already. I don't have any mass removal. These recruits are starting to swarm me a little bit. Oh, man. Alright. Let's see. I keep having not enough mana to ping. Let's just make sure I... Oh, man. Should I start pinging his face just to try to get that Pyroblast in? No, that's not right. Let's... oh, God. I could play the Elemental and the Cobra. Elemental, Horn, and then Micro Machine. Let's try that. Alright, if this thing holds up, then and this thing can hit him for 3 and I can ping him once or twice, I'll be in good shape. And I still have 2 fireballs in here, but this is starting to grind to a halt a little bit. He's got 4 damage and needs 2 more damage to kill this off. Consecration would do it, but then he'd have to throw everything else away, which would be fine. I don't mind having these things all get killed. He's got a lot of cards. It's going to be difficult for me to get damage through. I've also got Argent Commander and Arcane Golem, which can deal the necessary damage to make the way for Pyroblast. Archmage would be a big threat that would be hard for him to deal with. That would buy me some time.
Let me think.
It's a tense situation. I would not say that I'm winning here, but I would say that I have a chance. Brown Thunder. God, the person who made that name had to have been thinking of pants pooping. Just had to have been. Alright, he plays Forge to take max. I can see why he hesitated. That is a scary thing to do, because of course, yeah, I could just kill him right now. So what I'm gonna do here is ping off the shield. Do I want to ping off the shield? Or do I want to just get rid of one of these? I want to ping off the shield, I think. We're going to hit him in Ye Old Face, and then play more minions out, and just see what he has to say for himself. So the Force Tank can kill the Elemental, but then it's frozen and won't attack. I've got a bunch of, well, 3 toughness minions, and then this thing. This thing will die to the Defender. He would have played Consecration last turn, I bet, if he had it, so I don't think he has that. And he's got to really clear all this stuff out. Let's see, what can he do without any mana? He can do that. Yeah, he only actually, he can only kill one of my creatures without spending mana or playing other cards. He did get a spare part there, so he's hoping probably for the Rusty Horn or Emergency Coolant. He heals up. He has the Stealth, which isn't quite what he needed, because what he needed was Taunt or to stop one of my things from attacking. As it is, if I could cast Pyroblast, I'd win, but I can't cast it, because I'm 1 mana shy. Alright, so he's got 7, 11, 14, 15, 16, 17 damage. I do actually survive his attack, but I've nothing to do with my mana, so I might as well just draw some cards. Okay, this is a pretty decent top deck, so decent chance of killing off a Recruit, a little less than 50% chance. Doesn't hit, so I'll ping one of them off. Okay, so I could kill off one of his creatures to give myself a little bit of security. Is that worth it? He's exactly at 10 health. Let's just do this. I don't know what he could have done to kill me in one swoop, but this way, he's got only 12 damage. There's no way he's going to deal 14 without something really insane. And I just am ready to play Pyroblast and kill him. You can see that I've had this card on the left side of my hand for a while now. Oh wait, is this thing frozen? Oh, it's frozen. I forgot it was frozen. Oh god, I should have just hit him in the face with the Cobra. I totally forgot this was frozen. Okay, luckily he doesn't seem to have any more healing. Yeah, he's good to go. Okay, Pants Pooper. Pooper Scooper. I still have yet to poop out a single fireball, speaking of pooping, in this whole run, but he's been good as a 5/7 for 7, so, and like the threat of it, so whatever, it's fine. Golden Ironforge Rifleman means it's time to end this video. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please like and or subscribe and stick around. I'll show you the rest of this run, how it ends in a moment. Take care.